Ekspres Rakyat Timuran is the express sleeper that passes through thick jungles and rural areas in Johor, Pahang and Kelantan in eastern coast of Malaysia, connecting major cities of Johor Bahru and suburban Kota Bharu with interior towns and villages. However, I will not talk much about the amenities in the train, cafe, toilet, place of interest, blah blah blah, because there's too many videos about that. In this video, I will explain why all other train services were terminated but this service is still available. This is Ekspres Rakyat Timuran, the last sleeper express train in Malaysia. Express train services in Peninsular Malaysia are operated by KTM, full name Keretapi Tanah Melayu, the government-owned rail company. KTM operate express train services from Kuala Lumpur to Padang Besar in the north, Johor Bahru in the south and Tumpat on the eastern coast. Before 2011, all southbound trains from Kuala Lumpur were terminated at Singapore. In this video, Singapore train station refers to Tanjung Pagar Station, the main train station in Singapore until it was shut down in 2011. There were three classes available on the express train, which are third class economy seats, hard seats, not adjustable, but the price is so cheap it is unbeatable. And the next is the second class seat, which is comfortable enough for a long journey, still are offered in the intercity trains. And the second class sleeper, just like what I booked on this train. And the first class seat, wide and comfortable. And the last for the best is the first class cabin with private bathroom, which is no longer offered today. I think the train influencers like this the most. In the past, there were different express trains originated from Kuala Lumpur or Singapore to various destinations throughout the peninsula, and the most popular one, the most recognized of all, is Ekspres Rakyat between Singapore, Kuala Lumpur and Butterworth. And you might ask, why is Ekspres Rakyat so popular? Because the train link major cities of Malaysia such as Kuala Lumpur, Ipoh and Penang together with Singapore, and the service was eternalized by a popular singer M. Nasir, which is band kembara in a song Ekspres Rakyat. Senandung Langkawi was operated between Kuala Lumpur and Hadiai in southern Thailand before being truncated to Padang Besar, which is the border between Malaysia and Thailand. Senandung Wow, also known as Wow Express, operated as a sleeper train from Kuala Lumpur to Tumpat. Wow is a type of a kite originally from the East Coast, often played in the afternoon in the windy days. Senandung Timuran is a sleeper train originally operated from Singapore before being truncated to Johor Bahru in 2011 to Tumpat. Ekspres Sinaran, meanwhile, operated as a three different regional express, which are Sinaran Selatan from KL to Singapore, Sinaran Utara from KL to Butterworth, and Sinaran Timur from Singapore to Tumpat. Ekspres Sinaran targeted business travellers, while the service equipped with television, onboard telephone and telex. Oh, wait a minute, what is telex? Senandung Sutra was a sleeper express operated between Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. There was an international service, not including Singapore, which was Ekspres Antarabangsa. In English, it's called International Express, operated between Butterworth, Penang and Bangkok until 2015 using the carriage owned by State Railway of Thailand. And there were more type of express train that has been long forgotten, such as the weekend-only Express Kenali, which was suspended in the year 2005 due to the lack of passengers. With the economic boom of Asia Pacific experienced in the 1980s, more people are afford to buy cars, and as a result, the number of people taking the train dwindled year by year. As the cars on the road and highways were faster than train and more flexible, train became less attractive and start to show its age as well. Another thing that the train is always been on delay, hardly on time because of many factors, weather, technical errors, signaling, and also other train try to use the single line in the place where there is no network coverage, internet whatsoever. Together with the low price subsidized petrol, which makes driving often cheaper than taking the train. Bus took over the train as the main public transport mode, as bus service offer more destination with faster travel time with cheaper price. Thus, the train became the relic of the past, where the train kept running for the sake of the local people, simply because its loss burden were covered by the government. To regain the lost passengers due to competition with the road and cheap air travel, the government started the electrified double line railway project in the year 2003. Based on the success of KTM Commuter, the electrified commuter services connecting Kuala Lumpur and the surrounding cities. Electric train service, popularly known as ETS, replacing express train in stages, starting with Kuala Lumpur and Ipoh in the year 2010 and later extended to Padang Besar in the north and Gemas in the south in 2015. As the electrification project expanded, express train services were terminated and replaced with the brand new ETS. Express Peninsula was the last non-electrified express train in the Western Peninsula, operated between Butterworth, Penang in the north via KL Central to Johor Bahru before its operation was terminated in 2015, making Senandung Timuran the only sleeper train remaining in operation. As the last of its kind, Senandung Timuran was rebranded as Ekspres Rakyat Timuran on August 2015, around a time when the electrified double-track project extension from Seremban to Gemas was completed, making this train the last of its kind in Malaysia. The reason why the this Ekspres Rakyat Timuran survived is due to the single non-electrified track between Gemas and Tumpat. Unlike the western stretch in the western part of the peninsula, the eastern part of the KTM railway line did not pass by any of the capital cities in the eastern coast, Kuantan, Kuala Terengganu or Kota Baru. Even Kota Baru is have a 5-kilometer gap. In addition, the sparse population and also the little industrial activity in interior Pahang and Kelantan do not justify the need of an expensive electrified double-track railway. Ekspres Rakyat Timuran gained its popularity by social media as a leisurely way to travel. Healing. Train is a great way to escape traffic congestion that plague Malaysian roads every holiday seasons. Together with the awareness of carbon emission, as trains emit fewer carbon to the atmosphere than planes and cars. Thus, social media generation makes the train travel trendy and popular again. However, the future of this sleeper train might not be guaranteed. Electrified double-track railway from Gemas to Johor Bahru will be completed in 2023, extending the ETS service to the south tip of the peninsula. As on the January 2023, it is not known that the Ekspres Rakyat Timuran will truncate to Gemas or not when the electrified track to Johor Bahru completed. The new East Coast Rail Line or ECRL will link Kuala Lumpur and the Eastern Peninsula State with the promise of faster travel time. Kuala Lumpur to Kota Baru but within 5 hours compared to 12 hours by Ekspres Rakyat Timuran. Perhaps this sleeper train might be no longer in operation due to competition with ECRL. Let's see what happened in 2026. If you want to ride Ekspres Rakyat Timuran, the train stop at major stations on the East Coast such as Johor Bahru, Gemas, Mentakap, Wakaf Baru and Tumpat. If you come from Kuala Lumpur and you want to take this train, take ETS to Gemas and change the train there. There is only one nightly trip per day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new about Ekspres Rakyat Timuran, the last sleeper train service in Malaysia. Thank you once again and see you in the next video.